Yo, what's up guys, Draconio here with a bit of an unfortunate video. Not because of me, but because of the guy you guys see right here, which is the new LF Metal Cooler. I did a summon video by the way, but haven't uploaded it yet. I had some issues with the recordings, and to be honest, I kinda got lazy on that day to fix that because I have other things to do, and so I said I would do it another day. Yeah, I will probably upload it today, hopefully. But yeah, I think many people right now have seen many negative things about this guy, being not good enough, having so many issues, and yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. I pulled him at 3 stars, pushed him to 4 immediately because I could. And later on, I think it was yesterday, pushed it to 6 stars, and I was like, at first I was like, okay, I can see what they're trying to do, maybe at higher stars, he's gonna be okay. And yesterday I just had my 6 stars Metal Cooler get absolutely killed in his third life by Revival Vegeta. He popped 1 green card and 3 blast cards, and all of a sudden he killed me from like 70% to 0. And it's not like I didn't build him defensively, that's the thing I did. I gave him this equipment where he gets HP, defense against Saiyans, and I think some blast defense or strike defense. Then I gave him an Awaken equipment with HP restoration, double defense, and I think a third stat, I think special move, I'm not sure. And then 1 offensive equipment. So 2 of the 3 equipments he had were defensive, and he still died. So at this point I was like, okay, nah, this is not good. This is a problem, because I can understand him not surviving the best against, I don't know, all these like Namek, Goku, or everything, but against Vegeta, people are already like, okay, Vegeta's not the, I mean, Vegeta's not bad, but people are like already like, okay, Vegeta's not like the greatest damage unit of all time, and he just died to them. And I think Vegeta was maybe not even Zenkai buff. That's the sad part. And Cooler was. I had chilled on the bench, so yeah, this became it to a point where I'm like, okay, I guess I have to address him earlier than I thought I would. But I was like, okay, maybe wait till LF Zenkai Cooler and then talk about him, and I probably will in a top 10 video once Cooler comes out, because I don't think it's worth it making a top 10 right now. But yeah, this is just kind of a mess with this guy, and it sucks because he's the first purple unit we got since Evolution Blue Vegeta as an LF character. We didn't get many purples this year as like not 1% spike mode, like main units like LFs or Ultra anyway, and the expectation for everyone was pretty high once, because Ultra, the full power Frieza's running around and just can attack and kill units for free because it makes so much damage. We don't have a purple to stop and everything. And I said back then, I think even in my ability discussion and everything, my expectations for a purple unit are extremely high, and there are certain things he needs, and this Metal Cooler just didn't have that. At least he had 1 thing out of maybe 5 things feel like he actually needed, and it certainly shows now. And it's not just that he has issues as a unit himself, but for the situation he's in right now in the meta, it's even worse. So now individually, this is where I'm gonna start with them. There are so many things where I'm like, why exactly are you like this? First of all, I'm gonna start with the damage card. So here's the thing, I think no one was shocked that because he had 3 lives, defenses maybe are kinda gimped, because obviously having 3 lives is like, takes forever to kill him if he has like 200% damage card from the get-go. So I get that, but here's the thing. I think, especially because this guy is, remember, he's a, where's it? Defense type. Let's remember that for the video. He's a defense type. Um, if you make his damage guard like this, like how they did it, his first life is like basically nothing. His second life is just like horrible because he's the same tanking as, I don't know who, was it Nappa who had 150 damage guard maybe? Yeah. At Nappa at high stars even tanks like shit. Red Frost with 170% damage guard tanks like shit. So this guy, even in his second life, is tanking horribly. And then later on he has 185 or 205 with full unique gauge with 10 timer counts. I don't know even why that is the thing. And it's just not enough. And you know, here's the thing what I thought. Why? I get that his first life doesn't have the highest damage, but I get that, but shouldn't his second life be at least on the same thing as, I don't know, maybe grade 8 this Vegeta? Is what I thought, because the first life I get, but the second life, if it dies just as quickly as the first life, then does it really matter that he has 3 lives? Really? I feel like I think they should have given him here 150, which is still low, but I get 150. Then give him 180, so that he's like on the same defense. Like look at this. He has where is it? Oh, this is his transform state. Wait, here 170% damage guard, and he's getting additional 30 by filling his stage 3 times. So he peaks at 200, but I would say most people have him like at the start maybe 170, 180% damage guard. And he's not tanking the worst there, I would say. He's not just like dying immediately, I would argue. And I feel like he should have started with 155 and then be at 185 in the second life, so he has like basically the same revival or comeback stage as Vegeta, and then peak at 215 or whatever. And I would completely remove this, because why, or even add this so he has 235 with full unique gauge, because he's a defense type and he is not tanking. His first 2 lives are so low from damage guard that he isn't tanking, and then the third life is like, I mean, honestly, even at his peak, which is again 205 at most, where this guy has 200. If you look at the defense stats, he has like what, 181, 182 to the defenses, and here he's like 171, 171 on both. 10k you would assume he was tanking better, but he's just not really that much. Like, it's not the biggest difference in how well he tanks, because I mean, he has to fill up his gauge to get like 200% damage guard anyway, and before that he's tanking worse than Vegeta. So I'm like, bro, you're the defense type, but you're not tanking. And what's even worse is that offensively he is just absolutely garbage. Like, not even... Like, if you compare this to like Blue Turtles back then, Blue Turtles was actually a good defense type and had decent damage. This guy doesn't even have that. He's like worse. He's not tanking better, but he's also not damaging better. And the problem is, he has 280% damage here, great, and all his other damage comes from this. When hit by an enemy arts, damage plus 20 for 20 timer counts. And I hated this ability ever since Blue Margin Vegeta. And I would actually pull this guy up, because this is my concern with him. Where is this guy? My good old buddy Blue Margin Vegeta Zenkai. Doesn't even matter if he's here or not. But so he got it. No, every time the enemy uses while he's on the battlefield, he gets 20% damage for 20 time counts. Had that as well. So the problem, what was the problem with this? So you basically get all your damage. At some point you have to switch out, obviously. And the thing is, if you don't manage to switch him in time, you're losing all your damage, and then your damage is ass. Simple as that. And this is Kuda does the same thing, with the difference that he has to get hit. Margin Vegeta had at least the thing when it's on activation, he got it when he get hit, 20 timer count. And yes, he has some bit of subcount reduction with other units as well, but it's just not enough. And to be honest, there are a lot of other things not to fix, not even just his damage thing, but also his entry ability. Look at this. On Strike and Blast cards use, activation, reset on switch or comeback, he draws one card, credit key, Governor and Unique Gauge plus 20. Now these two things are fine, but imagine being in 2025 and an F unit after anniversary and you're getting all your key and cards on hits or Psycho Blast cards use. So you could get entering the battlefield and don't have any keys, so you can't combo. And you're no cards. Why? All I had to do is make this on entry and these two on Strike Blast cards use. That would have been fine, but this is worse. It was bad when God Goku had it, because I think he had no key on entry and also no card on entry, and it was a complaint from everybody. And now we're over 1 year yet later and they're still doing that thing. I don't know why. And then what's next? You could, okay, let's just say, okay, he's not tanking the best, but he's a defense type, right? So his disrupt must be good, and it's like, no. So this is his entire disrupt, assuming don't have the unique gauge float. With hit by the enemy arts, enemy key minus 5. That's it. That is all his disrupt. And then later on, when unique gauge becomes full, he inflicts enemy strike and blast and cost plus 15 for 10 timer counts. Which, it sounds good if the enemy just couldn't just simply switch out immediately, and then this whole thing doesn't matter anymore. So an Ultra Freezer could just pop his gauge, and then switch to Namek Goku, and then this whole thing is irrelevant. And I'm pulling this guy out of here, MUI, because look at what he has. When hit by an enemy arts, he's healing 3%, he's reducing enemy key, enemy arts cost plus 10 for 5 timer counts. So you wanna tell me MUI has a way better disrupt than the defense unit here? He has his disrupt, but better. Far better. He's even healing. Why doesn't he do this? He is the defense type. And it's just like, why? I mean, what does he also get on entry? I have to look. Like, he's drawing his cards and everything, but what also annoys me is like, why doesn't he heal on entry? His only healing as a defensive unit is on his unique gauge, and if the enemy sidesteps. I just want to keep in mind, comparing to MUI, because he seems the better defense type unit than this guy who's a defense type. On entry, heals 15. On enemy hit, he's healing 3%. Against ultimate and everything, 20% healing 3 times. Why does this guy, who's not a defense type, have better defensive abilities than the defense unit? What is going on? What is this design? Like, you only hitting when the enemy sidesteps? What the hell is this? And then his unique gauge, I don't even know why. What's the point of that even? I don't get it. Like, okay, he's healing by 15%, which is not much. Thank God, thank you. 30 key, situational, because this doesn't matter if he gets hit. It's more so effect when you're using your 2 cards and you're getting your unique gauge full. But damage plus 30 uncancelable. Okay, I guess, but sub counter switch, this is nice, but this is just... Why is it not all enemies? Just, I don't understand. Like, this unique gauge doesn't do anything really, it's just there. And problem is, if you're not tanking well, unique gauge is not gonna fill up in time to actually matter. And you have to think about the situation which comes in for the future. He's bad at tanking now. What's gonna happen after 3 months? He has a defense stage unit. The problem with defensive units with a defensive gauge is if their unique gauge takes forever to fill up, and the tanking is gonna get worse over time, they're not gonna age well. That's the problem, and his unique gauge takes a while to fill up. He has the same defensive unique gauge as Red Zamasu, and unless you're using 2 cards before it takes like 5 hits for him to get his unique gauge filled. And then the next problem comes with, okay, so there's low defenses, he needs 5 cards of some to get his unique gauge filled, and then this guy shows up. And I said, the reason why I said the requirements for the purple unit has to be like insanely high is because mainly this guy exists, who is a snipe killing unit, especially against purple units. And congratulations, he has multiple lives. That's one of the things I said he needs to have in order to survive. But the other thing I said is constant defense neutrality or anti-lock-in mechanic. He has neither of these. So what ends up happening is this guy with unique gauge full can just blue card him once, and by the way, not only does he remove his defensive neutrality, which he needs to get hit by once, so even in a situation where you want to switch him in, he's not defensive neutral and will just die by the blue card, so it doesn't matter to switch him in, and if he's already switched in, he's gonna lose his defense neutrality. This guy just dies to Namek Goku insanely fast. First life especially, like, dude, I get 1 strike and 1 blue card in, I'm taking 6 million damage. 6 million! That's a rising rush. So, at the end of the day, even if you manage to survive with this unit against Frieza Saga, you're probably not gonna win, other than timer account. But you will lose because this guy takes so much damage and has so no defense against Namek Goku, which... You know what disturbs me the most? If you look at this guy, you know, he released, and they were like, oh, Kaioken Goku exists. I mean, he could just get murdered by him, so we give him nullify abnormal conditions, 60 timer counts, because he doesn't get solar flared, right? And like, oh, he needs more, he needs to be safe, he's the ultra character, he needs total saving, so we're gonna like, okay, what do we give him when he has a full unique gauge? Oh, nullify damage received element disadvantage 20 timer counts, uncancelable. Oh, Vegito getting a plat, we need to give him 10 timer counts of defense neutral. But against the guy who cancels your buffs, including type neutrality on his blue card activation, you couldn't give him uncancelable type neutrality? You couldn't give him some kind of, oh my god, he can lock in, maybe we should give him the ability so that if he gets locked in, I don't know, blue cards get sealed? Anything. Like, no, they give him nothing against Namek Goku. Who I would argue is a far bigger threat to this guy than Kaioken Goku is to him. By far. He has a lock-in, he force throws blue cards, his blue cards can feint, which is, by the way, one of the only few positive things about him. He can get fainted, which, great, but in his case, he's dying rather than fainting. And you're taking billions of damage, so it's His existence right now is so worthless, dude. I'm confidently saying that even King Cold is better than him. King Cold has trash defenses, by the way, but at least he's adding things to the team. Farming Dragon Balls, destroying Dragon Balls, doing actual damage, removing Banish, which can help to rush a potential unit, supporting so much better things than this cooler just dies. And even if you manage to survive with him, he's taking so much damage for you, and he's not doing damage in return. He's just there, and it's just sad. And it's like, what were they thinking with this unit? Like, you look at the meta and you're like, you're not gonna help him against this guy. And the thing is, people are like, okay, Red Cooler's gonna save him. I'm not like, no, it's not gonna happen, because unless Red Cooler is like this guy who just snipes him in less than 30 seconds, this guy's not gonna age well. This guy's not gonna be relevant at all, unless this guy gets just instantly killed. Because here's the thing, again, he's getting a full unique gauge. You make a mistake with Metal Cooler once, this guy just shows up immediately and Cooler dies. He already getting his value in before he's gonna get killed by a final from Cooler, unless Cooler is just really this unit who comes in, uses a strike and locks him in or something, and then force draws a blue card and just kills him immediately. First life gone, a KO guard gone, and the next time you rush, you kill this guy. I don't think that Red Cooler is gonna be that guy to do that. I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think they're gonna make it this oppressive against Namek Goku, because he's an Ultra Anniversary unit. I doubt they're gonna do that, and if they do, then hey, congratulations, Metal Cooler, you're surviving a bit longer. But even then, I would argue this guy is number 9 or 8 at best. Right now, I don't think he's top 10. I thought about it, but right now, I don't think he is. He's just not. For a proper unit, he's just as bad as right now using MUI Goku. I think they're on the same or even slightly lower, because he's just so bad. And it's like, again, he's a defensive type and he's not defending. So what do you do? What's the point of this unit? What's exactly what they're thinking should he do? So I don't see anything. I don't get what they're trying to do. Whether thought process, okay, he has 3 lives, so he's gonna survive. Not gonna matter if he's taking so much damage. And even in his 3rd life, he's not tanking. He's just not defending. He's not stopping combos or not tanking combos. He's not healing a lot for after combos. Nothing. It's just really, really sad. And I can talk about now things I would like to fix about him, because there are so many things, bro. Jesus Christ, bro. Where do I even start if I wanna fix this unit? So where do I start? Think about fixing this guy. So the first thing I wanna do is here 150. First life 150, second life 180, so he's like around again Saiyan Saga Vegeta from tanking. That's more fair. He can still have this, so he would be at 200 sometimes. That's with full unique gauge in his second life, not the last life, the life before that. He should be able to get 200% already. He should be as good as a comeback unit / revival, whatever unit, as Saiyan Saga Vegeta bare minimum on a second life. First life 150 is a bit low, but I would accept that. Here, card, key, all on entry. Whoever thought this was a good idea should get fired. End of the story. Dumb idea, was a bad idea last year, don't know why they think this is a good idea now. Next thing. He should get reduced art scores. I don't know why he doesn't have anything like this. -5 to strike and blast scores, or -10, I don't care. It's just one of these things. Like, dude gets, like, Ultra Full Power Frieza can just come in and stop his entire combo. It's just dumb. You're the proper unit against this guy, please. Either be immune to art cost increase or something. He's not immune to anything. Not to key reduction, not to card destruction, nor to art cost. He's just immune to abnormal conditions with the solar flare and getting fainted, I guess. But dude, reduces art cost. So key on entry, the card on entry, art cost reduction should be somewhere in this kit. These things can stay. This thing can even stay. I don't mind this ability at all. Oh yeah, by the way, healing on entry, 10%, bare minimum, 15 even. If this guy can have this shit, he should have this. This is a no-brainer, please, come on. I mean, look at this guy. Doesn't he also heal on entry, I think? Because he seems to heal a lot, by the way. I know it doesn't, but he heals a lot on unique gauge and everything, so... and has other people to heal and has second life mechanics, so yeah. Healing on entry, definitely. As a defense step, you should. Better survivability, that's like... the fact that he doesn't have this. This year, I guess, sure, he can have it. Not the worst thing ever. Okay, here's this thing. This I would change in a lot of ways. So the first thing we're gonna do, every time he on ally gets hit, 20% damage. That's my thing. He should get this even when allies get hit, so he can come in and be ready to do damage. If he has to take these hits and maybe can't do a combo, can't manage to get in a proper position because he doesn't want to stay in against this guy. He's just not gonna have enough damage to do anything. So don't make this when he gets hit. I would even remove this wording completely. Every time allies get hit, he or allies get hit, 20% damage. I would do that. This thing. Entry, 10 timer counts, type neutral, can't be cancelled. Simple as that. No, he doesn't have to get hit first, he just has it immediately, 10 timer counts, can't be cancelled. This can stay, but I'm gonna remove this entirely and add it to make it basically the same effect as this guy. Can't believe that the defensive unit doesn't have a proper defensive ability. This is just horrible. Like, give him exactly, I mean like word for word, exactly these three things on Metacooler. If MUI with his damn unique gauge can have it, he should have it. Easy. I don't even know why this exists, because 30%, bro, when he's at 30%, he's dead. So, this, make it 50% if you want to make this useful, otherwise I would even argue to remove this from his kit, because why is it even on here? Yeah, you can have that, full cards, full key, everything. You still have this, you still have that, that's fine. You just start with 150% instead of 125, or 155, whatever. You should start with 155 even. Alright. Unique gauge. To be honest, okay. Fine if he has these things. I would say, yeah, fine if he has those things. This as well. Now this is where I'm like, okay, if he has this already in his defensive abilities the same as this guy, I don't think he should have this as well, because that would be too much. So the question is, what do you do with this unique gauge, which is such, I don't care. To be honest, I would remove this, make him heal by 30. And then maybe make this charge rate, even, okay, leave the charge rate as it is, I think, but give him health by 30. That's it. That's the most things I would change about this guy. Otherwise, I don't know. So that he doesn't get, just give your enemy insane amount of damage with this guy. I mean, if you get lock-in rush by this guy first life. Dude, you are losing. Just... They didn't thought about this at all. They didn't think about the meta. They didn't think about what makes sense for this unit. Just nothing. Like, this is such a disappointment. And the sad thing is, I don't think it's gonna get fixed. And I remember people were like doing anniversary, like, wait, where is he? They were like, this guy is Super Vegeta 2025, where I'm like, he felt for me more like Goku Black, because I don't think Goku Black was horrible, but he was like really unfortunate on so many things. And this guy, I would say, is the same thing for Evo. This guy feels like Super Vegeta to me, because I don't see even his purpose. I really don't. And Vegeta was the same thing. I just look at this unit and was like, what do you even want to do? Why do you exist? What is your point? Like, what's the concept behind you? I don't get it. And he feels the same thing to me. He's supposed to be a defensive unit, but he's not tanking. His multiple lives don't matter. He doesn't do damage. He's more of a liability. His green card is a unique issue for itself, because I mean, I get that this is supposed to be like a defensive option. If you can vanish, you can stay on the field and be like, okay, if they strike out, you get in this by the way, and if you have some blast cards, you use your blast armor. But you know what the funny thing is? Ultra Frieza can just death beam him, and he doesn't. This is supposed to be the defense unit against Ultra Frieza, and Ultra Frieza can just death beam him and makes it green card worthless. This is just such a dilemma. I don't know what they were thinking, bro. It is just... you know, the Legends devs, if they want to, they can be really smart. But if they don't want to, they can be absolutely dumb as hell. And this is one of the situations where they're absolutely dumb as hell. I mean, I thought they were done with this guy already. And this is like... They better not make any unit like this again. Ever. In this year. I don't want to see it. Especially on that purple unit. Dude, the next purple unit, he needs to be top 1 in the game. I don't care. At this point, it's over a year ago since we have a good purple unit. And I don't know why it's so hard for them to make a good purple unit. I mean, I get why most purples suck, because they create such powerful yellows that destroy the color entirely. Because it seems fun to do that in their opinion, I don't know. Yeah, but this right here is just... This is just a horrible mess. Fix Metal Cooler, please. This guy needs to go Freezer treatment level of change, because this is just horrible. I don't know what their mind process even was. I don't even know if they even had a thought process behind this, because it's just horrible to look at. I'm tired of this unit already. I'm gonna use it maybe in one PvP video and then never again. Or maybe with Red Cooler and then never again. We'll see. Yeah, let me know what you guys think, what they should have done for this unit, and see you guys in the next one. Yeah.